Good day. Today we're going to learn a little bit about sketching. It's one of the basic artist tools, and what sketching does is it helps you organize your thoughts that are in your head, put them on paper so that you can help communicate to other people what it is you're trying to make. This is one of the basic artist skills to have. Now, you're not making a drawing that's going to go in a museum or an art exhibit. You're simply working out your ideas on paper. I find that people who do this end up with a better project. Now, a lot of artists keep a sketchbook. Here's the little sketchbook I carry around with me. I usually have it, and I just sketch my ideas about what I want to make in this little book. What you're going to do is make a thumbnail sketch. The first example you're going to see was done on 18 by 24 paper with magic marker. I did that so you can actually see the process and how to do it. The second example is what you're going to do on an 8 by 10 piece of paper. Now, you start out by dividing the paper, and you can divide it in sixes. I just divide it in fours because it's very convenient. You can sketch in anything. I tend to sketch in ink because it just works better for me. I find pencil smudges a little bit. So we're going to take a look at those videos, and then I'll talk to you afterwards. The first step in the process is to divide your paper up. Here I'm dividing the paper in fourths. You can divide it in sixths or eighths, whatever you prefer. If you'll notice, when I sketch, I'm using small, quick strikes, short lines put together to get the shape of the form. Now, I'm going to play with the design of this handle. This is actually a mug I'm designing for my own business. Just trying to work out different shapes that I like better to try out for the handle. Here I'm starting to work on the first of my ideas for my hand-built pinch pot. I'm going to come up with about 3 different ideas because I'm going to have to demonstrate. I'm going to just do a different project for every class so you can see how to put things together. I'm using the lines that I'm curving down the side of the pumpkin to remind myself that I'm going to put grooves on the side of the pumpkin like the texture of a pumpkin. But I'm not going to put those grooves across the face because I'm going to put more details in the face that I might want to add in as I work. What didn't come across the video is actually working with the different kinds of teeth. I put fangs on the top and buck teeth on the bottom just to kind of work out a little decorative element there. If you notice, what I did there is I tried to put a mouth on the owl. I didn't like how the mouth turned out, so instead of trying to erase it and everything like that, I just scribbled it over because this is just a sketch. What I'm doing here is playing with different eyebrow shapes One going down, the one on the right kind of, he's looking angry. The one on the left is just kind of a straightforward view, but you can use eyebrows on animals or cartoons to convey expression and feeling. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're thinking about what it is you want to make. Here I am going to repeat the process exactly as I did before, but this time on an 8x10 piece of copy paper. First thing you do is always divide up the paper into smaller segments. Here again I'm just splitting it in fourths, but you can split it in sixths or eighths, whatever works for you. One thing I do that I didn't really realize I did until I made this video is anywhere that I know I'm going to cut out, I color it in so that it's like a shadow, like the top of the snowman, the eyes and the mouth of the ghost, and then the sleeves of the ghost. So I think as we're learning to use this medium, if you know you're going to cut out like the eyes of a jack-o'-lantern or anything like that, color that area in so we know it's something that we're going to cut out. And this is what a finished thumbnail sketch would look like. You've got your ideas all sketched out for review. Remember, a thumbnail sketch is a tool. It's not a work of art. It's something that's going to change and evolve as you work on the project. It is just a visual representation of what you want to try and make. It's not a drawing that's going to be put in an art museum or an art show. Does not need shading or much modeling. It just has to convey the idea of what it is you're trying to make.